I've been at the college for 27 years. I wouldn't be anywhere else. We prepare the students for jobs in the industry. We educate them above and beyond any other institution that I know of, and they are successful. What more could you want than that?
Why do I love VMCAD? Because I think it's a rare thing among schools to have a place where your faculty and administration get to know all of the students on a one-on-one basis, and that transfers to the education, to the knowledge, to everything from start all the way to career placement. And that's something that you just don't see in a lot of other places.
Because it's a family-oriented business operated by the Martis, and they seem to care about not only the students but us folks that work there and teach there. So it's a pleasure to be there. We have great students, high quality students. It's a course that the students enjoy taking, whereas other colleges I teach at, we got people who are just trying to find something to do for a career. At VMCAD, the students enjoy being there because the majors are so enjoyable.
So my favorite memory of the college actually just happened about a month ago, and that was when I was put in charge of commencement with Mr. Matt Dodd. And to be able to be on the other side and watch these young professionals enter the workforce, enter their professional field, was such a privilege and such an honor to be a part of that.
VMCAD's been a huge part of my life. Born and bred to work and lead, but I'll tell you one thing, it's been a blessing to work with the students, the administration, and what an exciting time for the college to go through such an evolution in a short period of time. So, very pleased to see everybody here and working with Dr. Holsinovic to evolve this college to the next phase.
For over 12 years, Huntington has been a partner to the Virginia Marti College of Art and Design and Mrs. Virginia Marti B. Our original SBA loan approval dates to May 1st of 2002, when the corporation acquired and renovated the Lakewood campus. Students of fashion design, interior design, graphic design, fashion merchandising, and digital media have come here to pursue their dreams. In 2007, the Virginia Marti Foundation was created, and I remember raising money for scholarships at the foundation's first event at the Clifton Club, and then again in 2009 on the runway at the Embassy Suites. Huntington has had the opportunity to sponsor some of the scholarships for the students here at VMAC over the years, and it has been a delightful partnership. Now we come to a new day for VMAC, and we welcome Dr. Alumni. Dr. M is an expert in entrepreneurship, e-business, and business ethics, with a track record of success in the global fashion industry. His professional experience includes work throughout Europe in supply chain development, marketing and sales, manufacturing and distribution, and business development for many top fashion companies, including Levi Strauss, Max Mara, Calvin Klein, and Escada. Fluent in 5 languages, Dr. M holds a Doctor of Business Administration from Nova Southeastern University, an MBA from SDA Bocconi, Milan, University of Florida, as well as a graduate certificate in information technology from New York University, and a Bachelor of Science from the University of Economics, Croatia. Milan, our team at Huntington is really excited about your plans for the future here at VMAC. When I was preparing my remarks, I couldn't help but notice that art is part of the Marti name. For Mrs. V, the College of Art and Design is a vision fulfilled. At Huntington, we're proud to partner with organizations that share a vision and commitment to excellence. We are thankful to have worked with your founder, Mrs. Virginia Marti B. Please join me in welcoming Mrs. V to the podium to present a surprise from Alumni.
Well, I think you got a lot of information. Rosemary McAtee from Huntington Bank. She's been a good friend of the college right along. and participated in so many things for us and helping us out. Anyhow, I'm not going to say too much, really. I have a gift of gab, but I think at this time I'm going to keep it short and just tell you that I am so excited about the direction the college is now going to go. We're calling it VMCAD. VMCAD doesn't go with food. It goes with all the new kids on the block. I like the Virginia Marti College of Art and Design. I love the art and design because that's what all you creative people have come to our school for. And the primary job is, hopefully, and so many of you here that have been so successful, jobs. And that's what my primary goal was for day one. You know, when I first started the school, it was, I always say by accident. I was a designer, and I kept hiring people, and they all said they could sew and they could design. They couldn't do anything. And that's when I got the idea, maybe I should start training some people to become designers and seamstresses and learning the techniques of haute couture. And so that's the way this college was founded. Little by little, I saw there was a need for merchandising, and then there was a need for graphic design, and of course interior design. And so that's where we are today. And now we have Dr. Milan, I call him Dr. Milan, taking the presidency of the college, and he's going into a great new direction where we're hoping to have up and running shortly, and I say shortly because we're dealing with accrediting agencies and all those boards and regulations and everything. But we want to get the bachelor's degrees, and I think that's the direction that so many people want to. You know what? I never had a bachelor's degree. I went to schools like college right now, and they were primarily trade schools, where we learned a trade and we learned the skills. And that's what it was all about. But anyhow, that's the little I have to say about Dr. Milan, and I'm really excited that he's on board and he's running the show, and I come in and stick my nose in there every so often, but good or bad, and sometimes they like what I do, and sometimes they don't. So okay. Anyhow, I want to call Dr. Milan. Where are you? He's just like family, guys. He's just like family. I always say that Virginia College the school was like a family atmosphere. We had, as probably all of you know, that I had a bunch of kids, and off and on they worked there, and some are still working there. But anyhow, Dr. Milan is just another one of my kids. And so here, look what they did. Virginia Marti changing course. And they got a picture. Cleveland Cranes did this whole article on Dr. Milan. And so, that's for you.
Well, good evening, everybody, and thank you, Ms. Sweet. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And our dear friend Rosemary, thank you too, and the Huntington National Bank team for sponsoring tonight's event. I would like to give a special thank you to our VMCAD student government officers, our talented staff, our exceptional faculty, the Lakewood City Council members who are joining us this evening, our advisory board members, and all our VMCAD students and alumni. A special thank you to the businesses here tonight. This mic is playing with me. Okay, I'll try to stay with it. A special thank you to to the businesses here tonight that employ our graduates. We are honored to provide exceptional talent to your workforce. I'm deeply grateful to work with all of you, and I want to share with you what we can expect from VMCAD in the future. Certainly a bigger school. We are increasing our credentials, just like Ms. Reed mentioned, to bachelor degrees. We plan in fall 2016 to offer Bachelor of Fine Arts and Bachelor in Science of Business Administration, all 3 years long. You can expect from us a technologically and more pedagogically advanced school. We will offer online courses. We emphasize experiential, hands-on learning, active learning methods, and adaptive learning. We are building a truly student-centered school. Our students participate in our shared governance. Graduation, retention, and student support are our priorities. VMCAD will become a global school with offices overseas and exchange programs to support our students who wish to experience foreign cultures. In conclusion, let me tell you that we are proud to be Lakewood. We are a friendly place for our community. Come to visit us. We'll be happy to see you and show you our college. Now, thank you for letting me share this vision and working with me to make this vision reality. Please let me introduce Matthew Dodd to begin our Alumni Awards. Thank you.
For those of you I haven't had a chance to meet this evening, I'm Matthew Dodd. I'm the Director of Career Services and VMCAD's Alumni Association Director. I'm very honored to do the work that I do every day, working with students and alumni in our Lifetime Career Placement Services, as well as our newly launched alumni program. I'll be reaching out to all of you to update you on the opportunities and fun events that we're going to be organizing for our VMCAD alumni. Our next event, we're looking at doing something in the fall, and you'll be hearing about it very soon as we have the details all set up for that. Please make sure to take a moment and go on LinkedIn and join the VMCAD Alumni Association. That's how it's titled. I've sent a bunch of invitations out recently, but in case I didn't have your contact info, you might not have received that. And that's going to be a place where we're going to be sharing a lot of the alumni programming that we're going to be doing, reaching out to you. You're a great resource for our graduates, and any advice or networking that you can help them with, I'm sure they'd gladly appreciate, and it's always good for us to see where your paths are taking you and where you're going. Also make sure to please check for the e-newsletter that goes out to the email. And also I just want to say that I know I speak for everyone at the college when I say that our success is based on yours. So please stay in touch. Our goal, as always, is to help you succeed. Before we officially present our first award, I'd just like to thank Catherine Miracle, who I can't see, but I know she's here, for doing all the details here for us. Also thank Robin Broadhurst from Admissions for suggesting the venue here this evening. And of course, all of our student volunteers that helped at the registrations and with the selfie frame thing. I'm getting to that point where I'm not sure what things are called anymore. And all of the work for them coming in and volunteering their time. We really do appreciate it. So tonight is what we hope will be our first annual Alumni Awards night. And it's great to see these folks again. Some of them I've seen recently, some of them I haven't seen in quite a while. So it's great to see all of your faces again. And we'll be honoring 5 of our alumni tonight for their outstanding contributions to their industries. They're all great representatives of VMCAD and everything that we do there. So to begin, I'd like to ask Todd Saperstein, our Graphic Design Program Director, to come up to the stage to present our first award of the evening for our Graphic Design Alumni of the Year.
everybody doing tonight? Food good? Yeah, my wife and I are foodies, and that spread was amazing. You know, being a teacher is an amazing job, and it's interesting because I was the worst student. So I always laugh about, you know, how did I get here? It wasn't something that was planned. But at the same time, I'm so happy where I am and the people I get to work with. Today's generation, and if you're a parent of today's student, you know that today's Google child, you know, wants the easy solution and the quick fix. And unfortunately, as professors, it's hard to get them to understand that success is the exact opposite. You know, it takes hard work, it's not easy, there is no quick solution. And it's always exciting for us when we have those students that understand that hard work is as important as talent. And today we're honoring some of those students. You know, the student that I'm honoring today was one of those students that, you know, if you wanted one of something, he gave you two. When everyone else left at 5, he was still there at 6. When the school opened at 9, he was there at 8:30. Just always working extremely hard, very sociable. He was the kind of student that when another student was in trouble and not understanding something, you would see this student helping them out, even though he didn't have to. He was just the kind of great person, the great talent, the great professional that makes an educator proud to be an educator. And so I'm happy to see where this gentleman's career has gone. He's working at Big Machine label as their designer, and he's designing collateral and information for some of the best known country music artists in the world. And it is his dream job, and I'm so happy and proud for him that he has gotten to exactly where he wants to be, doing exactly what he loves to do. And I'd like to hand over the first award. I'm sorry, I didn't produce it, but I'd like to hand it over to Alan Geiger.
Thank you so much. I'd like to thank my producer, Todd Saperstein. The record went #1. Yes, my name is Alan Geiger. I'm a graphic design student, alumni from Virginia Marti College. I was a guy, I waited 2 years after high school. I said I am not going to college. I am going to stay a small town boy. And I realized, you know, one day if I want to be that American gentleman, make a girl happy, be able to afford nice dinners, have a nice job, a nice car, I should probably go to college. And Virginia Marti stuck out to me because the biggest thing was a 2-year degree, and I'm very excited about the 4-year degree that's going to be updated. But the 2-year degree for me was huge. I knew that I was a very strong believer in hustle and networking. I believe that the more hands that I was shaking, the further I'll go. Not sleeping, I don't believe in sleeping. Sleeping is for when you're dead. I take naps. Don't sleep, take naps. So while in college at Virginia Marti, I just fell in love. Fell in love with the small class, fell in love with the teachers, the faculty. Appreciated that the teachers who were teaching me didn't really have teaching degrees, but they had experience in the field. They had stories that they were telling me that they did, and I said, well, I don't want to do that. I want to create history. I want to be able to create what I want. How does this button work? Do I sit this here?
Yeah.
Somewhere? Is that a laser pointer?
I'll just do it for you.
Awesome. Stay hungry and always hustle. So, try not to remember things. Jack Daniels. I'm living in Nashville, Tennessee. Jack Daniels. So while at Virginia Marti, it was so easy to make friends. Faculty was always there for you, and I truly did stay after class. Got there early if I could, and that's a big part. College will not get you, like, fine statement. College will not get you your job. College is a stepping stone, and then what you take from it will get you that job. I just yell. And so it's literally you. You have to believe in yourself, and I believed in myself. I was confident, not cocky. And I truly believed in myself, and I wanted to go further in life. And I knew that the more hands I shake, the more times I wasn't sleeping and going out, networking, freelancing. You know, I'm just learning Photoshop 1, Photoshop 2, but I still don't know fully, you know, I want to expand on my skills in the class. And I looked at it as competition. You know, Mr. Saperstein would be like, hey, this is due, this project, and we go in, and in the classroom, everybody shows what they did. I was the guy who looked at it like a competition. I want everybody to be like, how did Alan do that? And the way you achieve that is to simply get out in the real world and get real world clients, freelance, do free work, eventually start making money, and that's called hustle, you know? So, long story short, I did that throughout the 2 years. I did 2 internships. It was only required to do 1, and the more the merrier. And those 2 internships benefited me a ton. And after college, I got my first job with my degree in Cleveland at a printing company, designing business cards, flyers, envelopes, political campaigns, which are not fun. And it just was not what I wanted to do, though. It was awesome to experience the printing side of design. But I also love the digital side of design, which is where today is kind of going. You know, websites, social media, email marketing, all that. There's a whole other design form of that. So I took it on myself after college, even during college, going home, YouTube tutorials, learning more, hustling. And it got me to the point where my goal at the beginning of 2014 was to be jobless. I wanted to not have a full-time job. I wanted to live at my family's home and just live cheap, obviously, and to just stay on my computer 24/7, LinkedIn, I'm not sure if Instagram was huge back then, and Facebook, Twitter, all that. And I want to make sure that Alan Geiger on Google, that first page was me. SEO, search engine optimization, I want to make sure that everyone who looked at my name, or looked up my name, you saw me. That's what I did jobless, living at my family's home. And I made sure my work looked good. I was still freelancing because you have to have a portfolio and proof that you're good. So I did that. I told my mom all the time, I'm moving to Nashville though. Not maybe as a musician like I wanted to, but I'm going to move to Nashville because I think the music business is where I want to be. And one day I went on LinkedIn, actually the first morning my mom's over here, and I told her, Mom, I can't do this. I need to move to Nashville. And she's like, I don't want you to move, but you know, you need to live your life, you need to hustle, you need to do what you gotta do. So I went on LinkedIn, found someone who worked at a record label, didn't care what record label. All I knew was this person clearly is doing something cool. So I Googled her, found her website that was super outdated, and her work was not that great. But I emailed her saying, oh my God, I love your work. And I said, check out my work. I think we have similarities. We should connect, and you should help me understand if I should move to Nashville, Tennessee, to pursue my career in graphic design. Later she called me and said, can you come tomorrow for a job interview? And I said, sure, I'll be there tomorrow, 8-hour drive. They needed a designer like yesterday. I had a meeting with, I'm not sure if you all know Scott Borchetta, Big Machine Label Group. He was just recently on American Idol, discovered Taylor Swift. His wife runs the creative department at Big Machine. I had my interview with her, no pressure. And while having this interview, she's going through my portfolio that I did in Virginia Marti, and I added to it after Virginia Marti. And also, fun fact, while I was hustling in college, I started my own clothing brand, Relax Max Apparel. And I also brought that with me as well, t-shirts. They loved that I had my own clothing brand. So I brought all that down, they loved it, they kept me for a week. And I think the slideshow is showing right now of peace. Yes, if you go back to the Ray Lynn, the first couple slides, that one right there. So Ray Lynn was on The Voice, and when I was there for a week trial, it was simply, hey, stay in Nashville for a week. I had no idea they were going to pay for my hotel. Thankfully they did. And I did this 12-page booklet with a 4-song EP in the back. I'm going to wrap this up quick, I'm sorry. I'm just venting out all this cool stuff. But I want to inspire everyone here. I don't care if you're thinking about college or in college or 40 wishing you would have done something when you were 20. Like, do it. And I had this project. And clearly, I guess I did a good job. I got the job. A week later, I moved to Nashville and did some projects, such as this Nashville Outlaws one. Next slide. Motley Crue, 80s metal band, loved them. My first project in Virginia Marti College in Photoshop was a DVD case of Tommy Lee, the drummer for Motley Crue. And I'm like, buy this DVD and you get free drumsticks. And paste the drumsticks on the black foam core board, and they mounted it in the hallway. After college, years later, I'm designing for Motley Crue, and the next slide shows my boss, Scott, flies me in his jet to, of all places, Blossom in Ohio, to hang out with Motley Crue and deliver the first physical album to Nikki Sixx. And this is when I realized I love this life, I believe that I deserve it, but I want to hold on to it and do more, because I'm still always hungry and I want to hustle. Another project was a Brandon Gilbert tour bus, very cool. This is my graphic design skills coming to play. And just to pretty much wrap this up, always wanted to hustle. I'm a graphic designer, that was my degree, but I wanted to do more. And last week, I got a promotion to do manager of interactive. So now I'm in marketing department. I don't have a marketing degree. I'm in marketing now, managing all the artists' websites, making sure the content's good, branding assets are there. If a new single comes out, Cassie Pope's new single comes out tomorrow. So her website's going to get completely rebranded to that single. So that's what I'm doing right now, and that's because I took what I learned in college, I hustled, I did more outside of college, and I remain to hustle because I'm always hungry. So Virginia Marti was a huge stepping stone, but none of that would happen unless you truly take what is given to you, what you're investing yourself into, and you're taking that outside of the college and acting more upon it and doing even killer, bigger things. So I hope I inspire this one person here, but I'm truly a happy man, I can say that, and I have Virginia Marti to thank. Thank you.
Congratulations, Alan. I'm actually glad Alan brought up and showed the whole picture of him with Motley Crue. Because about a year ago, I spent about 3 hours standing all the way in the back of the lawn at Blossom, where there are these little things moving, and I'm not sure if they're on stage or not. And I'm sitting on my car an hour after the concert waiting for the traffic at Blossom. And I get on my phone and I'm going through Instagram, and there's Alan backstage, hanging out with the band, and I'm sitting on the hood of my car. But my first thought was great success, great story. And with all the work he's done, I'm not surprised that he's had the success that he has. Next, I'd like to introduce Christine McCarthy, our Interior Design Program Director, to come forward for the Interior Design Alumni Award.
Well, first of all, Dr. Milan, I have to beat you with the sexiest accent this evening. I do read, so there's an American poet that I'm a big fan of. It's Maya Angelou. I've chosen a few of Miss Angelou's valuable lessons about life to reflect on how rewarding it is to guide, to mentor, and to work with designers like Barbara Stowe, who was once a student at Virginia Marti College. Today she's a graduate and a very respected designer in this region. Barbara was my choice of the Synergy Award in 2012 for always keeping her highest diligence and professionalism towards her design classes, projects, and business practice. Now, I recognize it's important to truly appreciate good people who contribute to your life's growth, to appreciate the people in your life that makes you happy and makes it all worthwhile. So thank you, Barbara, for that. So as Ms. Angelo said, I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And Barbara, you always make me feel proud. As a side note, and let's not forget what you said, what if we redesign something different? I know that's an inside joke, you will understand it. As a student, a designer, and a friend, Barbara, you always learn how to use your skills for the greater good. You always strive to be the best version of yourself, because being you is what God intended you to do. And Ms. Angelo said, if you're always trying to be normal, you will never know how amazing you can be. I know you always did this, Barbara. You always use whatever life threw at you and made into a learning experience. You restarted your career, you readapted to a new group, you advised and you collaborated with our team. And for that, thank you again. Maya Angelou said, I can be changed by what happens to me. I refuse to be reduced by it. While a career is important, just like Ellen talked a few minutes ago, doing what you love, it's what brings happiness to your life. And I remember you once told me, I'm doing what I love, Christina. Maya Angelou said, I've learned that making a living is not the same thing as making a life. I consider you, Barbara, to be an outstanding professional, a colleague, and someone I'm very pleased to be associated with. It has been a pleasure and exceptionally rewarding to me to have met and have worked with you. I feel privileged to share this moment with you today. And please come up here. Congratulations.
Well, this may be the first Virginia Marti event or class or anything ever that I've not been prepared. So I really don't have anything prepared or no PowerPoint or anything, but I just want to say how flattered I am by everything that you said, and what a great experience it was for me. And yes, I'm doing what I love to do every day. So thank you very much.
Congratulations, Barbara. Next, I'd like to welcome Lynn Malloy to the stage, presenting on behalf of Mindy Paradise, our Fashion Merchandising Program Director, who was unable to be here this evening with us, the Alumni Award for Fashion Merchandising.
I knew the first time I met Craig Williams, that very first day in class, there was something about this guy that I really liked. I just knew it. Maybe it was the fact that we share the same background, coming from our hometown of Shaker Heights, Ohio. But one thing I didn't know was what the future would bring. For I hadn't met that wonderful young man he has grown up to become. Craig possesses a keen intellect and a warm heart. Someone who is always helpful to his co-workers, to his fellow students, to really anyone that asks. He also has a thirst for knowledge, to experience the life that surrounds him. It is my great pleasure to give this award to Craig Williams. Much deserved. Sorry guys, it was a little far in the back. I just want to say thank you to everybody. Thanks to the VMCAD staff. I really appreciate this. It makes me smile. Thanks guys.
Congratulations, Craig. And like I told you earlier, since you got here before 20 after, we were able to make sure that we didn't mark you absent. I'd now like to ask Judy Gannage for our Fashion Design Alumni of the Year Award.
I met this charismatic young man with his English accent back in the early 80s when he was a mere 17 years of age. He came from England to the United States to pursue his education at Virginia Marti College. He wanted to become a fashion designer, even though he had a hard time recognizing the importance of learning to sew and drafting his own patterns. He was going to have other people do that for him, but he was always respectful and he indulged his instructors and did his work. I was not his primary instructor. Denise Gandrup and Virginia Marti and Brenda King had those honors, but he displayed such a great work ethic, such a thirst for knowledge and a passion for design, it was hard not to take notice. Always thoughtful and gracious. I remember him giving me a Jane Fonda workout book for the expectant woman when I was expecting my first daughter. I believe I loaned that book to Denise Gandrup when she became pregnant, and if she's here tonight, I sure would like it back. After he graduated from Virginia Marti, he moved to Los Angeles where he met designer James Galanos, considered to be one of America's greatest designers. Galanos took Ali under his wing and shared with him techniques and craftsmanship he perfected over the years. Ali's thirst for fashion and his quest for knowledge were evident in his determination to learn everywhere he went. The Metropolitan Museum of Art was a favorite for him. He could go and view the various designer collections on display, and the opportunity to analyze the garments for what techniques were being used and how they created the silhouettes was especially exciting for him. He once told me about a guard at the museum who noticed him paying close attention to the details. He was always trying to get a closer look. The guard who understood and appreciated Ali's passion invited him to come back after the museum closed so he could get a closer look and truly appreciate the pieces. In 1996, Ali and his partner John Barley opened their design boutique, Mount Atelier, in the historic Miracle Mile district of Los Angeles. I've only visited Mount Atelier via Skype, but it's very elegant and it reflects their love of classic cinema and old Hollywood style. Ali is a true couturier, using the finest, most exquisite fabrics from all over the world. He creates elegant evening wear, bridal gowns, and tailored suits. He consults individually with each of his clients to gain a better understanding of who they are and what will accentuate their individual qualities. He provides them with the finest fabrics from around the world and perfects these designs through multiple muslin fittings and hand finishing techniques such as beadwork and embroidery. Someone who enjoys learning as much as Ali does also desires for others to learn and grow. He's been ever so generous with his time when it comes to our college. From Skyping into my fashion design classes to give in-depth presentations on how he builds his intricate corsets, to time when he came out for VMC's 40th anniversary and then he did a master class the following day. For this class, he flew in 17 couture gowns from his collection that he wanted to share with the students. And by the way, they were insured for over $600,000, and he let us touch them. Ali has established a name for red carpet dressing, designing one-of-a-kind creations for A-list celebrities, including Jane Lynch, Eva Longoria, Angelica Houston, Angela Bassett, Amy Adams, Reese Witherspoon, Kathy Griffin, as well as the Jackson family for the Michael Forever tribute tour. Testimonials about him in Lorne Atelier read like this: taste and talent abound. Ali treats all of his customers with graciousness. It's a great privilege to know and to wear his creations. If you want a dress that nobody else will have and that will fit you perfectly, look no further. You'll get that dress at Lorne Atelier, along with two amazing men that will lavish attention on you like you're the Queen of Sheba. Virginia Marti V founded this college on the design principles of haute couture, and she wanted to spread that knowledge to all her students. Ali took that knowledge, applied it, and is the finest example of a true haute couturier. I am honored to accept this Alumni Award for Fashion Design on behalf of Ali Rahimi, who could not be here tonight. I spoke with him last evening, and he was preparing to meet his clients who were in town from Saudi Arabia. They flew a long way. He couldn't just leave them there. Congratulations, Ali. I'm looking forward to seeing you on our 50th anniversary celebration next year.
So I was not department chair of the digital media program when Anthony Schnitzer was a student at the school. But if this says anything about him as a person and as a student, I still knew who he was. If anybody had an issue with filming, lighting, production, Anthony was a person that they ran to for help. And just like Ellen Geiger, Anthony was a person that would stay there and help you no matter how long it took or what you needed. He cared not only about himself, but all of his peers, and he cared most importantly about doing an amazing job at everything he did. Right now, he is the video production artist or producer with Rover's morning show. He is also a partner in, the studio, my apologies. And he has worked on major movies like The Avengers. So, I mean, he has had an amazing career, and only a few years in, I can't even imagine what, Anthony has in store in the future. So, Anthony Schnitzer, I am very proud for the school and the program to announce you as our first award winner.
This is weird being in front of people. I'm normally behind the scenes in my little room. Yeah, I've been making films for like 10 years, over a decade. And on actual film, and I just needed something to like get into the digital realm, and my wife looked up Virginia Marti College online and really turned me on to it, and she made me go, and I'm glad I did. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I was one of the older students. I have 4 kids, and it's a tough thing to do. But I went every day. I went like Todd said. I showed up early. Hardly ever missed a class. Yes, I'm sorry. It's weird being in front of you. Yeah, I really feel I'm at the infancy of my career. I've got a lot of stuff coming. Todd said I work for Turnstile Films. Also, it's a group of students that band together after graduation, and we formed a multimedia company. We do documentaries and music videos, that kind of stuff. Our stuff's available online at like fandor.com, that kind of thing. Working on a big documentary right now. It's taken over a year to film with a major rock band, but you can't really talk about it, but it's good. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Rover show, that came up as like kind of an accident. One of my friends was offered the job, and he didn't take it for some reason. He sent it over to me, and that was through Virginia Marti, their career services department. And I went in, I said, like a couple weeks before, I said to my wife, I said, oh man, I would listen to the show. I said, I would hate to work for that show because, you know, the pranks they pull on each other and that kind of stuff. But I'm glad I took it because it's awesome. I get to meet a lot of cool people and they're really nice. And I meet a lot of, you know, rock stars and comedians and stuff. And travel places. Yeah, that's it. Like I said, thanks. That's it. Thank you.
Congratulations, Anthony. And in a similar story to Alan, I remember when you were working on the Avengers, and Alan's hanging out with rock bands, and I'm kind of like, and then Anthony's like, yeah, I spent the day filming Scarlett Johansson. I'm like, I want to congratulate all of our Alumni Award winners this evening. Again, a well-deserved all around. We're very proud of you. Excellent work. I want to thank again everybody for coming out this evening. I think this has been a great way to kick off the Alumni Association. Again, we're going to be I'm planning an event for the fall that I think is going to be really fun for everybody to be involved with. So keep checking your email, check on Facebook, and especially on that LinkedIn VMCAD Alumni Association. Of course, again, we want to thank Huntington Bank for all of their assistance this evening with putting our program together. And stay in touch. Congratulations to all of our alumni. And thank you. Have a great evening.